morning, everyone. The baby is officially 7 weeks old, and honestly, the difference between my previous vlogs and what she could do and what she can do now is drastic. There are things that are making my life easier. For example, she can stay still for like 20-30 minutes. She can sit in a baby Bjorn or like other rockers and just like look around, give me some time to have breakfast and stuff. But then on the other hand, she's starting to get really clingy with sleeping, and especially day sleeps. It's hard to put her down into her crib. She wants to stay on top of us. So yeah, there is always something. It's about 9:30 a.m. and we had a good night's sleep. I started co-sleeping from the middle of the night with her just for my own sake, so I can get some sleep and rest. We're doing it safely. And then my husband left for work around 7 a.m. so I just moved her into the middle of the bed and we had another 2-hour nap. So yeah, I feel rested, energized. I don't know if I would feel the same way if I tried to keep her in the crib, but my cutting point for her is that by 3 to 4 months I'm gonna start doing the sleep training and she's gonna fully transition into her crib. At least that's my hope. But I was talking a lot about what I'm gonna do and not gonna do with my baby, and then I discovered that it's not me who decides that. I mean, unless I want to stay sane and like rested and spend time with her, right? I disappeared from the face of the earth for a while because my mother-in-law was visiting, but that's a story for another time. I'll probably talk about it today, but right now we're just chilling in the bed. Me, the baby. Ooh, she's getting a little fussy. She dropped her passy. Can get it. So me, the baby, and the kitty, we're just chilling. It's time to get up, so I'm just gonna get dressed. I'm gonna dress her a little, and we're just gonna go to the first floor because I need to have breakfast, and she probably bored and tired laying in bed. So we're gonna go and do something. Like right now, she's sitting in the chair is going all over it, but even a week ago, she wouldn't. She would sit there for 30 seconds, and then you turn around, and she starts screaming, and you have to pick her up. So there was no way whatsoever to eat, have breakfast, or do anything while she was awake. So naps were the only times when I could do anything. And now, the naps, she wants contact naps constantly, so I'm a little stressed. And to be exact, it's because my mother-in-law was here for 10 days before she left. I mean, she tried to listen to me, but for the past 5 days before she left, she literally held her, not 24/7 because she was spending the night with us, but during the day she was constantly in her hands. And I feel like that might be the problem because she got used to it, and now it's gonna be a big adjustment for me to readjust her because I need her to sleep at least couple naps on her own so I can do anything, like take a shower, eat, do some stuff in the house that I want to do. I'm not trying to overload myself with work, but I do need some me time, and that time was during her naps. And if I can't do it, it's gonna be really frustrating. But I'm gonna just try and have some breakfast right now because until she got bored of the same thing. I wouldn't say it's like a full-on blown breakfast. It's like a cucumber and little sausage, and I'll have the protein shake after it. But at least it's some food. Before I couldn't consume any. So this difference, 7 weeks and even 5 weeks alone with her, is a big difference. She's been giving some sleepy cues. so I'm just gonna put her down to bed. Well, the first nap was mostly contact nap. I did transfer her to the cocoon, but too late because when I was putting her down, my mom called me and I was on the phone for about an hour. So my plan for today actually is to edit a lot of material that I collected throughout past months. So I'm hoping I'll be able to keep her occupied or asleep so I can do that. I mean, clearly it's not happening right now, but hopefully it will. And yeah, I'm just gonna edit all day, and also I'll share some things that I found useful for myself at this 7-week period and in the past few weeks. For example, like this baby Bjorn carrier is one of the best inventions ever so far. Like, going for a walk, she doesn't really like the stroller. She can be in it for a little bit, but then she cries unless she falls asleep, and recently she's not. So this carrier is amazing. Like, she stays calm and then she eventually falls asleep, and you have a lot of control. Sometimes I just wear her around the house if she can't settle. Yeah, baby Bjorn, very useful, love it. Another finding that I love for her, except the baby Bjorn things, like the thing that she sits in and then the carrier, is I was on the hunt for a good bottle for a breastfed baby, because with her, she would take any bottle, she would take any nipple, she would be able to eat out of it. But I would notice that with certain bottles, I mean with most of the bottles, it will start causing nipple confusion, and she would start getting more fussy at the breast, which I was trying to avoid. So I would have to go back to exclusively breastfeeding for a while to establish that again, which would limit me leaving the house because I have to be next to her in order to feed her. And finally, I was able to find the bottle that doesn't cause fussiness in her, that she likes and eats everything from it, but then she goes to the breast and she's fine. And that bottle is this, the Lencino. So it, like, that purple brand with breast pumps and everything. Like, it's a very well-known brand in a breastfeeding and pumping world. These were the best so far. My friend advised this to me because her baby was extremely fussy. She wouldn't take any bottle, and these were the only ones that she would eat from sometimes. So I decided to try it with mine, and it worked perfectly. I also ordered the Medela with that comma nipple. Baby has to create suction like they do at the breast in order to eat from it. So I'm gonna try this one. Haven't tried, but like, I've seen good reviews about that one. But for now, these purple ones are great. If you're looking for a bottle to try, get this one, because we had almost every brand in the world that could come in like a free box. Like, we had Philips, we had Dr. Brown, we had multiple different ones, like commonly used bottles that you can find on the market. And she would eat from them, but then it would create problems with breastfeeding, or she wouldn't eat that great from those, or she'll be choking. And it's like, it's been like a trial and error. Yeah, a lot of talk about the bottles. I'm gonna go settle her down because she starts crying, and then I'm gonna try and start editing. Apparently she was just hungry, but at 7 weeks, during the day, our schedule is pretty simple, like a newborn schedule. We try not to stay up longer than an hour and a half, usually about an hour up, and I'm trying to start settling her down so she falls asleep. During the day, she doesn't really naps longer than like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and that, I think, allows her to sleep pretty well at night. And I think she has that association when it's dark. It's like a longer sleep stretches, hopefully, for now. I've heard about sleep regression. Not looking forward to it, but yeah. That's what we try. In that hour and a half, we change diaper once or twice. I feed her on demand, sometimes once, sometimes twice, sometimes right after she wakes up if she ate that long ago, sometimes before the bedtime. But yeah, within that hour, we hang out, we do something. She sits in the baby Bjorn or her rocker. We can talk, or she can be in my arms. Change of diapers, feed, going back to bed. I don't have like an exact routine yet. Haven't figured it out because I don't see like things that definitely work on her for now. It's always something new every day. But yeah, throughout the day, it's just an hour and a half stretches of her being awake and then putting her down to bed unless she has colics. And another thing why I haven't filmed that much, because from week 4 till like almost 6, I was very frustrated. She had those colics and tantrums every night, where she would cry from like 6 p.m. till almost 10 with little breaks, and you could do nothing to stop her from doing it. We tried going for walks later, we tried doing baths, we tried distracting her, but it would just delay the tantrum and colics. That's when we started using the Frida gas passers a lot, which were useful, like really useful to relieve her from gas and extra poop that she couldn't relieve herself from. I did have that fear that if we use that she won't be able to go by on her own, but no, she's doing both. It's just usually early in the morning after the night sleep, and like towards the evening she like collects a lot of gas despite of me burping her all the time, that it just irritates her. So those Frida gas passers has been a savior. But yeah, 2 weeks of like every night crying, it was a lot. And if you're going through that, please try and have someone with you who can help you to take care of the baby with you, because for 2 first evenings I was by myself, and that was horrible. It was the time when I cried, she cried, and I just couldn't wait until it passes. And after that I said that to my husband that he's not allowed to go out at night or like do anything at night until this time has passed, and all these colics are gone. And it's been really helpful to have 2 of us because we can alternate. Each of us can take care of her and try to soothe her for like 20-30 minutes at a time, and then just pass her on, so the other one can recuperate, because it is hard, especially if it's the first time and you are not used to it. But yeah, so far on week 7 she is doing better. She's getting like random tantrums here and there sometimes, but not that long and not that devastating. We're going strong, and we'll see what next week brings us. And his mother being here kind of helped, but also damaged some routines and some things that I was trying to establish before she was here. But yeah, I'm just gonna feed her now. What are you doing? And after that, I'm gonna try settle her down and start editing the videos, because I have a lot of stuff to post, and I just did not have time to get through that. Now we're doing classical music on YouTube, just to do some activities here and there. There's really not a lot of things that you can do with a newborn, so we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna do our nap. So for now, she wins. It's our 3rd nap of the day, and she's in my hands. One of our cats is following us everywhere too. He really likes attention, so he's trying to get it as much as possible, and the only way to do that is be around. Oh, baby. So yeah, sitting on the couch, watching Netflix while she's napping. So, I just put her down, have a few minutes of calmness, and I just need to figure out something to eat for myself, because if I won't, I don't know when I'll be able to do so. So I'm just near my fridge, and I'm just gonna do that. But I don't know what, because everything here needs to be cooked, I believe. So I just need to think more about it. Maybe I'll get something from the freezer. Chicken dumplings and Korean pancakes it is, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out some food for myself and entertain the baby in the meantime, and also prepare some stuff for dinner so we can eat when my husband gets home, which is a little tricky, but she seems to be okay in that rocking thingy. You fine, right? Good. I honestly had an intention of going on this walk and just talk with you guys. But the thing is, as soon as I got out of the house, there is so much stuff that I need to consider for the baby, like the sunlight. Is she comfortable? Is she hot? Is she not? Her passy? Everything. That the whole talk that I wanted to unravel on this walk kind of went out of my mind. So I need to kind of gather my thoughts and then talk. Well, I guess by a lot of stuff that I mentioned in this video, the biggest event of my past few weeks was my mother-in-law visit. I've never had an experience like that before. We've never lived together. I've only seen her once before she came over to visit us with the baby. So it was kind of hard for me to adjust at first, and it caused me a lot of stress. And I do understand that most of that stress was also caused by me being a new mother, by my hormones, the breastfeeding that we were going through, like establishing the routine, her taking the boob, being happy with it and stuff. Like, lots of stress were imposed on me by this as well. But I haven't realized how stressful it can be. Your views on the dynamic with you and your family and your child and the people that are visiting is different from their view. Because, for example, in our situation, I thought that she's gonna be visiting, so she's gonna help around with a kid, obviously, but also with some house chores, for example, cooking at least one meal a day for us, like helping us, where her views on visiting was her spending 24/7 with the baby and letting me do everything else and do my own stuff, aka helping in the meantime. And as much as I am appreciative of her coming over and helping with the kid, having a brand new baby and going through a huge adjustment in the first few months, I felt like I wanted to spend more time with the baby and not feel like I am taking away my child from someone who wants to be with her every time I want to feed her or even just like sit with her. And she obviously loved the baby so much, but then to some degree it felt like I really needed a good valid reason to take her to be with me. Otherwise she should have stayed with her. And every time I tried to address this topic with my husband, he saw it as a huge help that came over to my house and me being ungrateful, or that I'm over exaggerating it. And another big argument was that she's only here for 10 days and you're gonna be here when she leaves, and you're gonna be here all year and she's not gonna see this child for God knows how long. So that visit left a lot of mixed feelings after she was gone, with thoughts that I'm really grateful for help and it was nice to recuperate in those 10 days, get enough sleep and do some stuff that I wanted to do. But on the other hand, it left a lot of stress on me. It led a lot of self-doubt if I'm crazy or not for reacting that way, and also left a lot of thoughts about personal boundaries and the way to set them. So I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts, guys? And I know that probably in like 6 months or maybe even a year, I'll look at the situation completely different and I'll be like, whoa, how silly was I to worry about that? But in the moment, especially the first 2 days when she was taking her right after I fed her and not even considering that I wanted to be with her, and I couldn't say no because I didn't feel like I should, left a lot of stress on me, and I just want to share it here and just hear out some other points of view that you can leave, guys. So yeah, we're almost near the bench. She hasn't shut her eyes even once. I'm gonna try and feed her, even though I don't really like to do that in public, and I don't really do it in public, I just do it in the car. But we'll try to do that, and we'll see how it goes, because she really needs to sleep. If she doesn't, she's gonna be cranky, and she's gonna cry all evening, and it's gonna be tough. Oh, and I'll be really happy to hear about any sleeping life hacks that you guys might have for me, because right now I'm trying to fix whatever has been unfixed and actually teach her to sleep on her own, at least during the day sleeps. So if you have any hacks that I can use, please share them. Please share them. It will be really useful. Is coming home. He just texted me, so I'm gonna start moving towards the house, and he can spend some time with her and I can do my own things, and we can have a nice dinner, not like little snacks in between. My husband is with the baby right now, and I am cooking us dinner. Finally gonna eat some mashed potatoes, spinach, and steak. I'm gonna use my favorite grill of all times. I think I already showed it on this channel though. But yeah, I love this grill. We're gonna eat. Hopefully she's gonna let us eat together. He's trying to put her down for a nap, but she's been napping for a little bit in his hands. So if she wakes up, it's gonna be good because it's about 7:30 p.m. So if she'll stay up for about an hour and a half, it's gonna be closer to 9 o'clock. And it's going to be actually close to her bedtime, so we can just put her down for the night. So yeah, that was the day. Hopefully I shared all the news and thoughts with a 7-week-old. She's doing a lot. It's way easier. So if you're there week 2, 3, 4, 5, it's getting easier. She's going to be able to sit on her own. She's going to be able to entertain herself on her own for a little bit, so you can eat, poop, or take a shower. I don't know. But like, what else do we need? Mothers of the infants, newborns. So yeah, that's about my day, and he's gonna take care of her for most of the evening, and I'm gonna be able to edit the videos. I just posted on my TikTok my pregnancy essentials from Amazon that I just lived with throughout my pregnancy. So if you're interested, go check it out. But I usually post it on YouTube as well. Like, I do shorts and TikToks, which are kind of the same for now, because I don't have time for like multiple streams of content. But yeah, the grill is ready for the steak. I'm just gonna do that, and maybe I'll talk to you guys later. We're getting ready for sleep. It's 10 o'clock. We watched a movie on Netflix together. And now I honestly want to do my nighttime routine that I haven't done for a while, and I do sometimes. But yesterday I thought to myself, it's time to give time to myself, like brush my teeth without rush, wash my face without rushing or skipping it every other night, because she needs to be down for sleep. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna go to bed at 10 o'clock, so I'll wake up more energized tomorrow. Because if I go to bed around midnight because I want to have time to myself, then I'm too tired and I'm napping all day and I can't get anything done. So thank you very much for watching this vlog. Subscribe if you're interested or going through the same thing. And I'll see you again very soon in my next video. Bye!